My black people, November 8th. It's inevitable. When y'all look at it, you'll realize I'm right. Because I've been studying up on for months now. It will have to be addressed by the government because we'll take it peacefully to the courts. Because we're being sabotaged, our communities were sabotaged generation after generation. That's why now is the time for reparations. Because we're not going to have another generation of sabotage black families and black women and children and our community sabotage and our women and children in danger and our men being vilified and called super predators while at the same time we are being corralled to stay into these ghettos and shit and never allowed to rise into a better lifestyle based upon hard work and merit. You want to talk about hard work? They stopped the hard work and merit-based immigration, which was fantastic. Them immigrants were great because they wanted to bring all these folks in here. They wanted to replace us. It's mighty funny. Right around the time that Martin Luther King was talking about reparations that were required, all of a sudden you had black house slaves coming out talking about he's nothing more than a blackmailer. She was real mad. You could tell, yeah, because she got that mentality. She's fine with that mentality. She already got her reparations. She's at the top. She's been accepted. She's a good house slave, like they pet. And she was a FBI informant working against him, you know, just like the black man who then killed Malcolm X. I'm sure Malcolm X was probably talking about reparations too. I wouldn't be surprised. But when he started talking about that black army, he put a target on his forehead. I don't believe in a black army, and I would never promote it or allow it in our community because they would want to kill us. Because then it would be like we're working against America. We don't need a black army. All we need is our police to police our communities and our representatives to work with the Americans, just follow American law just the same way the American Indians do, but they make their own decisions on their land. They have a tribal council to deal with their people, and that's what we'll have. You know, and we won't discriminate against the folks who we allow in because they'll be working toward our interests, the folks who know and appreciate black people. Like that Puerto Rican man who stood up for me and said, hey, that's wrong. You can't jump her and skip her because you don't speak English. Yo, that's wrong. And he stood up for me. Or the Jews who stood up for us, or the whites who stood up for us. Or we wouldn't be free, motherfucker, if them whites and them Jews and stuff hadn't joined our battle. So yeah, they can teach us things like the American Indians can teach us how to live off the land in case things go bad. And we have to be a self-sustaining community. You know, we have to learn things. Not all of us. Look, there's a lot of things I need to learn. Tax codes or whatever. Or will we be tax-free? Or however the American Indians have it set up, then that's how we should have it set up as well. You know, but we have to learn how to maintain those communities. We don't want to be like South Africa. When they got South Africa, they didn't have the necessary educational or capabilities to maintain their infrastructure, and they were filled with corruption, and so it fell apart. We don't want that. We don't want nobody who is coming to sabotage or who believes in women or children being unsafe in any way. Other than that, grown-ups do what you do and leave the kids out of it. As long as none of our streets are being shut up, none of our kids are being sabotaged, bullied, and or threatened, you know, we'll have things in the schools set up so that if there's a problem, they'll have some kind of council, student council to handle problems immediately. The best students who can be a part of the student council, along with teachers, a couple teachers or guidance counselors, you know, to handle problems immediately. We'll do background checks, make sure no sex predators. If you're a sex predator, don't come to our community, I'm telling you, because I'll be in charge of that. I'll make sure nobody prey on our kids. If they do, they got to see me. And I don't want to hear shit. I'm coming to make sure the kids are safe in our communities. All of them. You know? And if people believe in hitting and beating women, yo, then you'll be in trouble. You'll be locked up, done. You do it once, you get locked up, and you get told what you better do to fix it. And if you don't, second time, you get kicked out the community. Bah. Go do that shit with the white man who taught you how to do it, who taught you it's okay to hurt black people. Because it's not. Black women hurt black women and children. You know? And so that's what I'm advising my people to do. These cities are becoming infested. with crime, drugs, rats, bed bugs, lice, mice, mites, all kind of shit. It's only a matter of time before all kind of diseases start sweeping through. They're letting people with no damn immunization in our schools. We won't have that. All of us are immunized. All of us. We'll be just fine, you know? And we work hard. They say we're predators, super predators, violent. They say they're scared of us. They hate us. They don't want us around. They don't like us. All of them, the foreigners and the white man. And not all of them do it, but all of them, even the ones that don't do it, stay silent and allow it. So it's time for us to go. Let them have these dying cities, and then they can target each other. With white man can target the Africans or the Muslims or the Latinos or whatever with racism, you know. And even if some doggone, you know, my thing is, you know, we'll welcome the folks that, like I said, Puerto Rican, American Indian, Jews, whites. We'll welcome them, you know, as long as they're there working towards our community's best interests and not sabotage, because they will be watched closely to make sure they're not. So don't even bother. If you're a sex predator, don't even bother, because that will be my area of expertise. I'll be watching everybody to make sure everybody's kids are safe. And then I'll teach the kids how to make chocolate chip cookies and a whole Thanksgiving dinner by themselves. I did 27 Thanksgivings by myself. Yo. Yeah. And make sure nobody touch kids or violate the women. And that's what it'll be. The Kids Lives Matter, safe space for American kids community. God bless America. And then the KKK and the white supremacists will finally realize we don't want no beef with you. So I guess y'all will be dealing with them African terrorists and them Latino drug dealers and gangbangers now. Because I'm advising my people it's time for the great migration, just like the American Indians did, my ancestors. In Jesus' name, God bless America. I love God, Allah, the Bible, and the Quran. But y'all are corrupt. And I love the Torah and Moses too. Y'all are corrupt though. We gotta go. Y'all are sabotaging us and trying to kill us and segregate us and inviting people who also sabotage us, try to hurt and kill us, segregate us, and bring drugs and terrorism. We don't need none of it. We don't believe in none of it. And we don't want none of it. Bye.